Everybody, welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we have a video that was requested upon, so I brought it to you. The request was to give my thoughts on robo-umpires in the major leagues. Now, obviously, as a kid who loves to umpire and would love to be a major league umpire when he grows up as well, this video is kind of I don't know the word for it. But anyway, I'm going to try to make it kind of short and sweet and give my quick thoughts. Right off the top of my head is it's going to make the game so much worse because robots can be smarter than humans. I mean, computers, if you can call those robots, obviously they're so much smarter than humans. But when you're doing it to track a baseball to a plate in a specific strike zone, and you've seen these balls that have been called strikes in the minor leagues at people's heads where they've been testing the robo-umps out. It just doesn't work that way, and it doesn't make any sense. It's taken away a job practically. And I think that humans missing 10 pitches a game is not going to kill you. Hitters got to learn to adjust. They've got to understand in the big leagues that the zone's not going to be perfect. There's all these hitters that just will take any pitch that's not in the perfect strike zone. And you got to understand everybody's human. And what would you do if you got put back there? A robot would not help the game in any way. It just make it too overcomplicated. It'd take away jobs. And I think that it'd miss more calls than a human would. That's just my take on it. As you have this thing that's attached to the press box, or wherever they'll put it in the, wherever they would put it in the big leagues, that's looking down in the field, tracking a baseball, and it has to be in the perfect spot. It just doesn't make any sense how it can be perfect 100% of the time. There's all these videos online. Go search it up. Of robo-umps missing pitches way outside, way inside, way high, way low. One time it was called a strike when the catcher had to like dive for it or something. So, and the ump then feels like he has to call it a strike. Obviously, common sense would not, and you probably don't have to every time. I don't know what the rule is on that. If they're telling him if the robot calls, you have to call it. But I think that it needs to be a human job. It'll make it easier, it'll keep the game moving, and it'll just make it more fun to watch. I like it when there's a little conflict in games. It never, one call, 5 calls, depending on how egregious they are, will never blow a game. And hitters in the major leagues, this frustrates me every game I watch, every ejection I watch. They always are so frustrated when a pitch this far outside is called a strike. And it's like, it's not going to be a perfect zone. If it gets any part of the play, it's a strike. You got to learn to adjust to the umpire's strike zone because every major league umpire from every game that I watch is going to be consistent. So if he calls 2 pitches at the knees, just below the knees strikes, suck it up and go in there and hit and expect the pitcher to throw that one again and get the call. So you got to adjust to that. That's what my baseball coaches tell us every single game. You got to adjust to the strike zone. You got to adjust to the game. That's what hitters got to learn to do. It's not going to be perfect every time. And if it was perfect, then the pitchers would feel, and if there was a robot, then the pitchers would feel more pressure to throw strikes and then serve one right down the middle. You got to be able to give them some corners and cut them some slack sometimes. One slight pitch, a little bit outside, ain't going to kill you. And I don't know why Major League Baseball believes that a robot is going to help the game. And, yeah, that's my take. I think that humans are 1,000,000% more accurate than robots would be. And that's all I got. So, yeah, that was my thought on robo-umpires in the major leagues. Obviously, I'm completely against it. I hate it in every way possible, and I hope that it just goes away. It's a great piece of technology, but I don't think it's going to be bad for baseball. So that's my take on the robo-umps. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, everybody.